I guess the paradox is in many parts of the world, including many of the Western countries, high unemployment rates because of the financial crisis. But the reality is at the highest levels of the organization, including in Peru, including in the US, Germany, Japan, wherever, there's a talent shortage, okay? And we can only predict that the shortage is going to get even more intense as we go on, because although there might be a lot of people who are out of work, they might not be the same people that have the skills that are needed to take on these higher level positions in organizations. So I also see the talent situation is going to become more global, so that organizations ultimately will try to get the best talent wherever they're located, okay? And so they may either move the jobs there or move the people. So much more global mobility among the professional workforce as well. They need to be flexible in a crisis. I'll give you an example, and it was something that happened kind of close to home in Michigan at Ford Motor Company several years ago when the domestic U.S. auto industry was going into crisis. The CEO of Ford Motor Company was William Ford, who was the grandson of Henry Ford, and he was a very strong leader of Ford Motor up until that point. When Ford went into crisis mode, as did General Motors and Chrysler, Bill Ford recognized he did not have the leadership capability to take Ford through a crisis situation. So he was the first one to admit it. And talk about humble, and that's a very humble response. So Ford went outside and hired Alan Mulally, who was the CEO of that time at Boeing in Washington State, who had significant experience in crisis leadership. Well, one that can lead complex and continuous change, one that can provide the vision and communicate the vision to the employees in a way that they understand and are able to follow, leaders that open themselves up to their employees so the employees know them, display on a daily basis in the decisions they make what truly is valuable in the organization, acting with integrity, acting in transparent ways. No, there really isn't, and there's been a lot of research done. You know, there's not one trait, but it's a variety of things. And it also depends on the context, because a certain style of CEO will be needed in a crisis as compared to a style of a CEO that's needed in an organization where things are going fine.